A chicken egg is a unique food that contains tons of nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. Only a few people know that egg protein is much healthier than protein from meat or fish. Eggs contain large amounts of choline, which has a positive effect on the functioning of the nervous system, as well as lutein and selenium, two powerful antioxidants. This is why chicken eggs have a positive effect on human vision, protecting it from cataracts and other age-related pathologies. Since eggs contain vitamin E, they have a positive effect on the work of blood vessels and the heart, and vitamin A normalizes the functioning of the immune system. Eggs fill the body with energy due to high content of protein. That's why they're always present in the diets of athletes. Some people say that eggs can harm your health due to the high content of cholesterol in the yolk, but this statement is far from the truth. You shouldn't be afraid to eat yolks, which besides cholesterol are full of beneficial vitamins, phosphorus, calcium, and iron, and also have a positive effect on the health of human hair and skin. And only if you eat eggs in excessive quantities and without heat treatment, there's a risk of cholesterol level increase. Also, large quantities of raw eggs can cause dehydration or even kidney failure. We should mention that eggs from stores contain nitrates and antibiotics, which interfere with the good intestinal microflora and contribute to the multiplication of bacteria. So the best is to buy eggs directly from farmers, or at least to check carefully the labels on eggs and their expiration date. And before we discuss how exactly daily consumption of chicken eggs affects the body, make sure to subscribe to the channel to watch the new episodes and big progress. We're doing our best to create interesting content for you. Chicken egg is a mix of calcium, vitamins, 12% of protein, and 13% of fats. The beneficial properties of a chicken egg do not depend on its color, so you can eat both white and brown eggs. The yolk contains a lot of lecithin. It's a nutrient that's essential for brain tissue. It promotes phosphorus exchange in the body and protects blood vessels from the formation of cholesterol plaques. Each 100 grams of yolk contains 7.5 milligrams of calciferol, one of the important elements of vitamin D, and this is even more than in tuna. This vitamin is especially important in the winter season, since its natural production in the body is possible only when the skin is under direct sunlight. 1 or 2 chicken eggs for breakfast will help you build muscle quickly, since our body absorbs egg protein much faster than any meat protein. In addition, eggs normalize the functioning of the nervous system and promote weight loss. An egg is not a high-calorie product, but it's very nutritious, and it brings the feeling of fullness. A couple of eggs a day will help you eat much less. How many eggs a day should you eat? One can eat up to 3 eggs per day and up to 10 eggs per week, taking maximum benefit. Remember that your diet must be diverse, so you shouldn't eat just chicken eggs. The egg yolk is always absorbed by the body, whatever state it is, raw, soft-boiled, hard-boiled, or roasted. But when eating raw eggs, always remember about the danger of salmonellosis, and whites are better to consume cooked. Heat treatment will make them easier to digest, despite the slight loss of nutrients. An interesting fact is that chicken eggs are high in choline, and this is a natural sedative for the human nervous system. In addition, 100 grams of boiled eggs contain about 20% of daily tryptophan norm. This is the substance that takes part in the production of serotonin, the hormone of happiness. So if you want to be optimistic, eat boiled chicken eggs. How to choose good chicken eggs? There are several rules of choosing the freshest and healthiest chicken eggs. Fresh eggs always have a matte shell, and stale eggs are usually glossy. Look for the USDA grade shield or mark. A shield bearing the USDA grade of the egg means that the egg has been examined and certified to meet strict quality standards. These eggs have not been previously packed and shipped. USDA grade eggs are coded to identify both the location where the eggs were packed and the day of the year when the eggs were packed. Avoid buying out-of-date eggs. Eggs may be kept in the fridge for 3 to 5 weeks after you bring them home from the store, even if the sell-by date passes during that time. What are the contraindications of eggs? Just like any other food, in some cases, eggs can cause allergy. Also, eggs should be added to the diet with caution if you have high cholesterol level. Many diets for pancreatitis, liver, and gallbladder diseases, as well as gastritis, forbid the use of chicken eggs. Scientists say that eggs can sometimes cause reflux, a condition of bitter taste in the mouth and mild heartburn. That's because the contents of the stomach begin to move into the esophagus, especially when you lie down, This is why boiled and fried chicken eggs are often consumed in the morning and not for dinner. Various scientists have already questioned the beneficial properties of eggs, and many of them have failed in an attempt to slander this wonderful food. We have gathered the top 9 beneficial properties of chicken eggs for human health. However, we should mention that this applies to eating 2 or 3 eggs a day. Once you know about all these properties, you will have no doubts about including eggs in your diet. Eggs contain choline, which is essential for good brain performance. Choline is a nutrient that most people don't even know exists, yet it's an incredibly important substance and it's often grouped with the B vitamins. Choline is used to build cell membranes and has a role in producing signaling molecules in the brain, along with various other functions. The symptoms of choline deficiency are serious, so fortunately it's rare. Whole eggs are an excellent source of choline. A single egg contains more than 100 milligrams of this very important nutrient. Eggs contain lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that have major benefits for eye health. One of the consequences of aging is that eyesight tends to get worse. There are several nutrients that help counteract some of the degenerative processes that can affect our eyes. 2 of these are called lutein and zeaxanthin. They are powerful antioxidants that accumulate in the retina of the eye. Studies show that consuming adequate amounts of these nutrients can significantly reduce the risk of cataracts and macular degeneration, 2 very common eye disorders. Egg yolks contain large amounts of both lutein and zeaxanthin. Eggs are also high in vitamin A, which deserves another mention here. Vitamin A deficiency is the most common cause of blindness in the world. Vitamin D promotes the absorption of calcium. Everyone knows about the benefits of fish oil, but if there is a choice between a spoonful of the yellowish substance and a boiled egg, 99.9% of people will choose the second option. And they will be absolutely right. The content of vitamin D in both foods is approximately the same, but the egg is also full of many other beneficial elements. In addition, scientists have found that it's possible to increase the level of vitamins in eggs by feeding the hens with vitamin supplements. This is a note for farmers and household owners. Vitamin D promotes the absorption of calcium in the body and so strengthens the teeth and bones. Eggs are good for skin, hair, and liver. Since chicken egg contains great amounts of biotin, vitamin B12, and easily digestible protein, the food promotes the strengthening of hair and skin. Also, chicken eggs contain various phospholipids that remove toxins from the liver. Eggs consumption is linked to reduced risk of heart disease. It's well known that having high levels of LDL is linked to an increased risk of heart disease, but many people don't realize that LDL is divided into subtypes based on the size of the particles. There are small, dense LDL particles and large LDL particles. Many studies have shown that people who have predominantly small, dense LDL particles have a higher risk of heart disease than people who have mostly large LDL particles. Even if eggs tend to mildly raise LDL cholesterol in some people, studies show that the particles change from small, dense to large LDL, which is an improvement. Eggs help you lose weight. Scientists have proven that if you combine a low-calorie diet with chicken eggs in the morning, you can lose weight twice as fast. Breakfast will be very rich and at the same time low in calories, so you will eat less food throughout the day. Eggs reduce the risk of cancer. We've already mentioned that choline in eggs has a beneficial effect on brain function, but it also reduces the risk of cancer. The new research has shown that people who regularly eat chicken eggs in adolescence are 18% less likely to suffer from cancer. Eggs help to conceive a child. Due to B vitamins content, eggs are directly involved in the production of human sex hormones. Folic acid promotes the production of red blood cells in mother's body. It also takes part in the development of the neural tube of the fetus, which reduces the risk of having a child with mental disabilities. One chicken egg contains about 7 micrograms of the substance, which is a lot. Eggs prevent aging. Scientists in the Netherlands conducted a study and found out that women consuming 10 to 15 chicken eggs every week had smoother facial skin and less eye wrinkles. How many eggs should you eat? For many decades, people have been advised to limit their consumption of eggs, or at least of egg yolks. A single medium-sized egg contains 186 milligrams of cholesterol, which is 62% of the recommended daily intake. In contrast, the white is mostly protein and low in cholesterol. Common recommendations include a maximum of 2 to 6 yolks per week. However, scientific support for this limitation is lacking. Although eating a few eggs per day may raise blood cholesterol in some people, they change the bad LDL particles from small and dense to large. People who have predominantly large LDL particles have a lower risk of heart diseases. So even if eggs cause mild increases in total LDL cholesterol levels, it's not a cause for concern. Unfortunately, there have been no studies in which participants were offered to eat more than 3 eggs per day. It's possible, though unlikely, that eating more than that could negatively impact your health. Eating more than 3 eggs per day is uncharted territory, scientifically speaking. However, one case study included an 88-year-old man who consumed 25 eggs per day. He had normal cholesterol levels and was in very good health. Of course, the way one individual responds to extreme egg consumption can be extrapolated to the whole population, but it's interesting nonetheless. The science is clear that up to 3 whole eggs per day are perfectly safe for healthy people. Now, here are some interesting facts about chicken eggs from all over the world. Japan consumes more eggs than any other country in the world. At the same time, Japan is known as a country with the lowest mortality rates from vascular diseases, heart disease, heart attacks, and strokes. So, draw your own conclusions. Many consumers assume the cage-free label on egg cartons means that chickens laying these eggs have the ability to roam around the field. Unfortunately, this is far from the truth. Cage-free only means hens are required to have a minimum of 120 square inches per bird, which is not even double the area of conventional battery cages. Eggshells are porous. That means they allow air to move through them. As eggs age, they take in air and develop an air pocket. In general, you can test an egg's freshness by placing it in a cup of water. If the egg floats, it indicates that the egg is old and has a large air pocket, in which case you should pass on eating it. If it remains on the bottom, the egg is usually safe to eat. To be extra sure of an egg's freshness, you can smell the egg before eating it. If it smells rotten, you should pass. So let's talk about the beneficial chemical composition of chicken eggs again. Here are the most important components. Fats that take part in metabolism, secretion of hormones, bile, and vitamins. Carbs, which are the main source of energy. Proteins for the regeneration of cellular tissues in the body. And what's more important, egg proteins are 100% absorbed by the body. Calcium for healthy bones and teeth. Zinc that promotes the production of progesterone and estrogen in women. Iron for the normalization of hemoglobin and thyroid hormones. B vitamins, which stabilize the immune system and the central nervous system. Vitamin K that is very important for blood clotting. Eat chicken eggs in the right amounts every day to provide your body with natural cocktail of beneficial micronutrients. That's all we wanted to tell you today. On this channel, you will find videos about the benefits of different foods, about diseases and effective methods of their treatment, as well as interesting information about housekeeping and gardening. So make sure to subscribe to Big Progress and ring the bell. Click the like button under the video and share it with your family and friends. See you soon!